here and welcome to my fragrance obsession. Basically, the fragrance that I'm going to be reviewing is my second Al-Rehab scent from tonight. Fruit. Now this arrived this morning after I bought it like 2 days ago. It was only like £1.99 for this 6ml roll-on. This was one of the Al-Rehabs that I'd known about for quite a while. Since then I've always wanted to get my nose on it because I've heard that this one actually smells really, really good. And I'm just going to cut the bullshit. Basically, I am so impressed with this. This is an amazing scent and I cannot wait to review it. So guys, let's review this fragrance. Here we go. Here's what your box looks like. We get a nice fruit bowl on there. We get some oranges, lemons and stuff in there. Yeah, I don't even know. There's some berries in there too. We also get it in Arabic on that side, and we get nothing on the back apart from the ingredients. There we go. I was scared in case I was going to drop that there. This is what the little 6ml roll-on looks like. It doesn't actually feature the name fruit in English on this bottle. It's got it in Arabic, but what I really like about it is the fact that up here it actually has Al-Rehab store. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, it says Al-Rehab store just up here. Kind of makes it look like it's just come off a market stall or something, you know, like a fruit and veg stall. I don't know. I mean, it's no different than the other Al-Rehabs, but yeah, they're great roll-ons, you know. I mean, I'm a big collector of the roll-ons, and as you guys know, I have like 16, I actually think this is my 17th Al-Rehab fragrance in my collection. Crazy, I know. I just love the roll-ons. But what I loved about this one was just that first impression, you know. I remember smelling it for the first time this morning and just being like, wow. Before I review the scent, I'm just going to apply some right here. The roll-on for this is fantastic. Sometimes they're a little bit iffy, sometimes they don't give you enough oil. This one gives you an amazing amount. So, in the top, we get apricot, pineapple, and kiwi. What do I smell? Well, this fragrance is absolutely amazing. Now, what's funny is before I knew anything about the smell, okay, I was expecting it to smell like a jumble of fruits, you know, like very well-known fruits, like, you know, berries, that sort of fruit category, strawberries, cherries, that sort of thing. But in this fragrance, it doesn't actually feature any berries. And that's what I really like about this. What I like about it is the fact that this whole fragrance doesn't really give off a juicy vibe. It gives off a dried fruit sort of smell. I get the apricot. The apricot is the first thing that I smell. It's so strong. It's very sour. Sorry, sour's not the right word for it. It's more tangy, you know. Yeah, very nice apricot smell. It doesn't smell like a juicy apricot though. It's literally like dried fruits, so it's like a dried apricot with pineapple in the background with a tiny bit of kiwi. Because really, it's only the pineapple and the kiwi that add this tropical smell to it, and even then, this fragrance doesn't even smell tropical. In terms of the opening, it's the apricot that I love more than anything. It's so tangy. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's something that I wish a lot of other fragrances featured, you know, because there's not a lot of fragrances that I've come across that feature the note of apricot. So to me, this is pretty new, you know. And after this fragrance has been on your skin for about 30 minutes, we get a lot of the middle notes. And the middle notes are grape, banana, green apple, mandarin orange, and grapefruit. So the fragrance really does actually change after that first 30 minutes. I mean, the first 30 minutes, this fragrance is phenomenal. It's definitely my favorite part of the whole scent. It's just that apricot that I absolutely love it. But after a while, you do get a lot of banana and you do get a lot of apple. So it's almost like the banana is, again, going back to that dry sort of smell that I get. It's almost like the bananas have been turned into a snack. You know, the snack bananas that you eat and they're crunchy, you know, dried bananas basically. It's like that. It doesn't smell like a ripe banana, you know, it doesn't smell like one of these. It just, to me, smells like a dried, sugary banana. It's almost like someone had just put a lot of sugar on top of the banana, you know? And the apple is absolutely to die for. I'm just getting a tiny bit of it now. I mean, it's only been on my skin for a couple of minutes, but wow. Just wow. Seriously, this fragrance. I'm surprised no one has reviewed this already. I mean, you guys know that I've reviewed quite a lot of Al-Rehabs, which are sort of under the radar. But this one, if I had smelled this one for the first time without knowing anything about it, I would have thought that this fragrance would be up there with Silver and Sultan, but it's not. In fact, I haven't hardly seen any reviews for this fragrance. Usually when I smell a grape fragrance, I think of something like a grape soda, This one is more like a green grape, a hand-picked grape. It smells very ripe, it smells very... there's no word to describe it apart from beautiful. I do get a tiny bit of mandarin as well. The mandarin to me does smell like, like the Body Shop mandarin perfume out of the toilet that you can buy, that typical mandarin smell. It smells a little bit like that. And it's the same with the grapefruit. I suppose the fragrance does get a little bit cloying after that 30 minutes. It does turn into something very sweet. And I guess that's the grapefruit creating that sort of vibe, And when the base comes in, because in total this fragrance lasts only about 4 hours on my skin, which is a bit of a shame considering a lot of the Al-Rehabs do last a long time. And I mean, I do understand that Al-Rehab are a hit and miss company, but this one could last longer in my opinion because I really do like it. But in the base, we get only 2 notes, and those notes are white musk and sandalwood. So the base is the only part of the fragrance where we don't feature any fruit. If there was fruit in the Drydown, it would become way too sickly. Because that's probably the only bad thing about this fragrance, is the fact that it is uber sweet. So if you're into your sweet scents, this is right up your alley, but if you're not into sweet cloying fragrances, you might as well stay away from this bad boy, So in terms of the Drydown, this fragrance does get very soft. We do get a very smoky smell, and we do get a very nice woody sort of smell coming from that sandalwood. It just smells very soft. Because it sits very close to the skin, it is a little bit powdery and a little bit sweet, because you do still get those little wafts of the fruits that have been on your skin. But overall, I think the nicest part of this whole fragrance is that opening. It's just that dried apricot and pineapple combination. It's to die for, and it's honestly so nice. So if I had to narrow this fragrance into a sentence, I would say that Al-Rehab's fruit is one of the most unique fruit-based fragrances I've ever smelled. It's not like a tropical fruity fragrance. It's not like a sickly, feminine, fruity fragrance. This one to me is almost like someone went walking through a forest. In fact, you know what? Do you know what this would remind me of? It would remind me of Little Red Riding Hood's basket. The smell of all the dried fruits in there, and that sort of thing. But yeah, this is just a really nice fragrance. It brings back a bit of memories for me when I used to go to my nana's house, and she used to cook a lot of like cakes and stuff like that, and she used to like put a lot of dried fruit into the cakes and stuff. So the dried fruit thing really gives me a big memory boost. It takes me back. So that's why I'm thinking this is a really dried fruit fragrance. But you know what? If there are any other reviewers on YouTube who have smelled this fragrance, I would go out and buy it and review it, because I think that I just think that a lot more people need to get their nose on this. This is intended towards women, believe it or not, but I think it's totally unisex. So thank you so much for watching my review for Al-Rehab's Fruit. I really do hope you've enjoyed this review. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of this fragrance, if you've smelt it, and if you haven't seen it, please let me know what you think. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep smelling good, and I hope you've enjoyed both reviews tonight. Bye bye for now.